Hello guys, my name is Jackie and I'm a specialized IELTS tutor. And this is the video to introduce the newest IELTS writing task 2 topics to examinees. And I hope that my video will be useful for your IELTS study. And if you want to get the newest IELTS study things or IELTS study materials for your study, like study books, something, you can send me email. And I don't care about your nationality. You can be a Korean, Japanese, Chinese, or students from India. So anyone can send me email. And if you visit my website, you can use various kinds of study things for IELTS. So you can just visit my website. Okay, let me start. So today's IELTS writing task 2 topic is: some people believe that all towns and cities should have large public spaces, like public parks and public squares. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So this is the topic asking you about whether all towns and cities need to have large parks and squares. So the point I want to make here is you should be very careful about specific conditions from this topic. So you should be careful about all towns and large squares, large parks. And that is important. And if you miss them, your essay will be off topic. So you should be very careful about specific conditions, all towns and large public spaces. So let me start with introduction. There might be contentious debate regarding the issue of whether it is necessary for every town and city to have extensive parks and squares or not. The opponent might disagree with my stand. However, I strongly believe that not all towns and cities need to have large outdoor spaces. In this regard, I will write this essay concerning my own opinions. And as you heard, it is very easy and simple introduction which you can use for your IELTS writing task 2. So if you want, you can practice with my example for introduction. So let me turn to body 1. So in the body 1, I will explain why having parks and squares is important. Because as you know, they are very important public facilities for citizens. Okay, let me start. On the one hand, parks and squares are essential public facilities. In modern society, as people's life is so busy that they neither can enjoy their leisure time nor do they spend enough time with their family. In this sense, parks and squares can play significant roles in people's life because they are able to have time doing leisure activities such as working out and picnicking in parks. In addition, in public squares, cultural performances are held, so citizens and local dwellers can watch those performances interacting with their family and neighbors. It can lead to the improvement of life quality. So as you heard, having parks and squares is important because they are very important facilities where people can enjoy their leisure time and it can cause the quality of life to be improved. So cities and towns need to have public spaces like parks and squares. That is important. And let me turn to body 2. And In the body 2, I'm going to explain not all towns and cities need to have large public spaces. However, unconditionally having large public places is unreasonable. For example, if a town or city is a small scale or medium scale one, the size of public spaces should be decided in proportion to the size of a city. And if a park and square is unreasonably big out of proportion to the scale of a city or town, it is the waste of public tax. Moreover, constructing public facilities should be decided depending on residents' need and demand for facilities. Hence, if citizens do want hospitals and schools instead of parks and squares, local governments and city councils should provide them with facilities and amenities as their people want. And as you heard, it is not necessary for all towns and cities to have large public squares and parks, because the size of the parks and squares should be decided depending on the size of the city and town. And if people want other facilities instead of parks and squares, local government should build other facilities for citizens instead of parks and squares. That's my opinion. Okay, let me finish with conclusion. In conclusion, whether or not cities and towns need to have large public parks and squares should be determined, reflecting residents' preference. So, local government should construct public facilities depending on people's preference and need. Okay, so today's topic was about parks and squares. So I'm gonna upload more useful videos. Thank you for being with me. Thank you.